On the evening of July 13, 2023, 25-year-old nursing student Carlee Russell sent out a trio of tweets that now feel less like casual thoughts and more like a strange digital prelude to what came next. The first appeared at 8:55 p.m. "Today was a great day, God be looking out, I'm telling you." Just 1 minute later, she posted, "Someone to tell you I love you and don't got a reason." Then, at 9:19 p.m., came the final tweet before everything fractured. "Yeah, I want a family now." Some will point to the emoji. Her tweet actually included a crying face, a small detail that makes the words sting just a bit deeper. Within 15 minutes of that last tweet, she dialed 911. She reported a toddler in a diaper walking alone on the interstate. A call to a family member followed, a scream, then silence. Authorities found her car stranded, engine still running, belongings including her wig, phone, purse, and Apple Watch scattered inside. Carlee, nowhere to be found. Media outlets everywhere spun this into a full-blown mystery. The Independent headlined her tweets as bizarre and haunting in retrospect. People.com reported how she tweeted multiple times within the hour before disappearing, noting that internet searches that very day, like queries for Amber, alerts, taken, or one-way bus to Nashville, only deepened the intrigue. Conspiracy theories exploded online. Was this a foreshadowed cry for help? A carefully planted breadcrumb trail before executing a plan? Or perhaps a glimpse into a soul worn down by stress, seeking love, validation, and escape? Some former investigators told Fox News that Carlee leaving behind tracking devices, her phone, watch, suggests intent, not abduction. A deeper look at her social media shows resentment and heartbreak simmering beneath the surface. Tweets from June and early July hint at emotional turmoil. She complained she was fed up with her job, hinted at betrayal in relationships, even describing someone staring at her creepily. These posts mutually amplify the weight of her last hopeful tweets that same evening. Authorities uncovered even more unsettling layers. She had searched days and hours before vanishing. Topics like how to take money from a register without being caught, one-way bus ticket to Nashville, and the film Taken. Those searches now read like the logbook of a planned exodus, not chaos. After 49 hours, Carlee turned up at her parents' house on foot, barefoot, with shredded clothes, a wounded lip, and $107 tucked in her sock. She told a harrowing tale of an abduction, escape, and even claimed to have been photographed nude while blindfolded, but investigators could verify none of it. In court, she pleaded guilty to false reporting and was sentenced to probation, community service, mental health counseling, and ordered to pay restitution, nearly $18,000, avoiding jail time. She called it a grave mistake, citing emotional issues. Since then, she's reflected publicly. On her birthday, she offered gratitude for second chances, leaning on faith and optimism. On May 13, 2025, exactly 2 days before she disappeared, 17-year-old Phoebe Bishop posted a TikTok that now feels painfully prophetic. She staged a virtual coffee date with her younger self, an innocently creative format that turned deeply unsettling in hindsight. In that video, Phoebe asked, "Do me and Mom get along, and did we finally make her proud?" Her younger self responded in text on screen, "She will never be proud." A brief, chilling revelation. She added, "We don't see or talk to her, but it's better like this." She then asked, "Are you okay?" Her younger self replied, "Like you care." The camera cut to Phoebe, and her words appeared, "I am you." The response flickered. She started to bawl as she quickly jumped across the table into my arms. Before the video ends, she adds a final on-screen note. She's focusing on finding herself, a soft, hopeful promise. And then the silence begins. Other posts hint at her turmoil too. One from March reads, "I'm not built for this town. These aren't my people." In both tone and timing, these postings feel like fragile breadcrumbs, pieces of a puzzle that vanished. With her, on May 15th, Phoebe was dropped off at Bundaberg Regional Airport, bound for a flight to Western Australia to visit her boyfriend, but she never entered the terminal. CCTV confirms she never checked in. Her luggage disappeared with her. The community and authorities describe her disappearance as out of character. She was a strong-willed teen, always keeping contact. With no bank activity or messages since that morning, alarm bells rang. Police swiftly declared 2 crime scenes, the rundown Jin home where she lived, and the gray Hyundai iX35 that brought her to the airport. Both were searched thoroughly. Investigators even warned that evidence in nearby national park areas may have been disturbed before police arrival. In a desperate attempt to help, the community lit outdoor lights in a campaign called Leave the lights on for Phoebe. Her mother's social media pleas poured pure grief. "This hell is heavy," she wrote, and shared the heartbreak of her younger child asking, "Why won't Fee take our calls?" She always takes our calls. Tragically, on June 6th, human remains were found near Goodnight Scrub National Park, and days later, they were identified as Phoebe's. Her housemates, James Wood and Tanika Bromley, were arrested and charged with murder and interfering with a corpse. In 2001, during one of those late-night public service segments called Al Servicio de la Comunidad on Mexico's Canal 5, viewers watched a brief bulletin showing a missing person.
Pedimos ayuda para localizar a Selene Delgado López, de 18 años, se extravió el 22 de abril en la delegación Álvaro Obregón.
Selene Delgado Lopez, 18 years old, disappeared from Villa Álvaro Obregón, Mexico City, on April 22nd. That was essentially all anyone knew about her. No hometown, no background, just the date, name, location, and a hauntingly low-quality photograph. Asterisk viewers say something strange happened whenever her face appeared on screen. Some swear the broadcast would freeze, glitch, or even go to static. Supernatural whispers started. Maybe she had died, and her spirit haunted the station. Others claimed the image itself was cursed. As the years passed, skeptics dug deeper. Some couldn't find any official record of her disappearance. Was she real at all? Enter Floresita Dreams, a YouTube investigator who took this mystery online. Using 3D modeling, they argued the photo was suspiciously similar to a police sketch of serial killer Derek Todd Lee, and may have been generated from composite templates, not a real person. In 2020, the legend mutated. On Facebook, profiles named Selene Delgado Lopez appeared, seemingly already friends with thousands with no add friend button in sight. Social media exploded as people questioned, had she appeared in their friend list without permission? The truth, it was just a standard privacy setting, but the spook grew. Not long after, Canal 5's own Twitter began posting creepy, disturbing clips at 3 a.m., deleting them at 7 a.m. Some of these cryptic posts referenced Selene, which only fueled speculation. Was this all an ARG? A bizarre viral marketing stunt? So here's how the theories shake out. She was real. Just one of many missing teens whose cases were lost in bureaucracy. Mexico had, and still has, so many disappearances that many go undocumented. She was a hoax, a fabricated face created by the TV channel to catch attention or issue a warning. Her photo's uncanny nature and the repeated broadcasts point to storytelling, not tragedy. She was a prank, a name submitted mistakenly or maliciously to the broadcast, and then amplified by urban myth. Whether she was ever a real person or just a constructed myth born of late-night television, Selene Delgado remains one of the oddest mysteries of the internet, a ghost in the digital age, forever frozen on a glitchy screen. That's the end of today's video. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps this channel grow, and if you have any strange or disturbing cases you'd like me to cover next, drop them in the comments. Until then, stay safe and stay curious.